Hey guys, well somehow or other we've managed to make a couple of signings. We have this guy Jeong Woo-Yeong, who's joined our club, as well as John Terry in the back. And we have a couple of other players that have come on as well. I'm not quite sure how we're paying for them because our transfer budget is kind of stretched to its limit, but that's what we have going on now, or I should say our wage budget. But so it is. We're up against Monaco today. We should be able to win this one again and further distance ourselves from the rest of the Big E division here in the Premier League, and hopefully get ourselves on the way to a victory and a lot of money. We'll see what happens. And it's Maradona there who commits the foul. Jeong Woo-Yeong, we probably didn't really need him, but I couldn't withstand the temptation of getting a very good South Korean player who's not a legendary star. So one of the few times we'll sign a guy who's not a legend in this particular save. We do have our eyes still on Messi, but we don't have even close to enough money to sign him. And the second season, if we're lucky, we might be able to get him. Here's Jeong again over to Pele. Pele to Casemiro. It was Best at the end who kind of fell apart, and it's Casemiro back to Best, play a little 1-2. And he has a very good cross, but it's knocked out by a good defensive stand. Pele now with it over to Terry. Terry to Jeong. Jeong, Casemiro. Casemiro over to Best. And, it would be ridiculous if we got a goal there, considering how many guys Monaco has back. Best ends up winning this back, and Maradona just barely misses scoring that shot. So we're about 20 minutes into this match, and we're already showing exactly what it's really like here in this league. The nice thing is that here, since the year has turned over, we're in 2024 now, 2023, whatever. The next year, we've been doing a little bit better. We've had a little bit more time between matches, and we've been able to rest some guys. And then bringing on a few reinforcements, mostly young players, is going to help us quite a bit. Here is Best again. Best over to Casemiro, and yeah, he's not missing that. Casemiro scores number 7 of the season, 1-0 for Manchester United, and it's as simple as that. And we are on our way to hopefully another victory here at home. So this was really, really good. Very, very well played by Best with an excellent pass. And once any of our players get the ball in that situation, we're just not going to miss. You're going to score every single time. And there you go. This is probably pretty good for a first team. I would say that Jeong Woo-Yeong does not really know how the tactic works, so it'll be a little while before he can really get himself up to snuff. He wants to be treated as a star player, which is hilarious given the sort of team that we have. A good job by Leviashin to knock that one out, so the goal is not scored. You look on a team, you see Pele, you see Maradona, you see, George Best, you see young Cristiano Ronaldo, and you think you're going to be the star. That's what it's like. Eriksen over to Giggs, another actual star. Giggs back to Terry. Terry to Casemiro, and that shot is off. So part of the idea here in this match, too, is to give a little bit of game time to these new guys who just came onto the squad and give them a little bit of experience. Not sure what that attacking player was trying to do. He just knocked it straight to Eriksen, so didn't quite work out, I think, as he was envisioning, and there's Kahlo who's behind the defense and is 1-1. And they're going to say that he's onside. Yep, he is. Kahlo, I'm not quite sure. That was pretty poor from our defense. I'm not quite sure who to blame over there. And it's Figueroa. Figueroa was the one who was not playing him quite right. And that's the reason why we got some defensive reinforcements. Now, I'm sure it's going to show me here that it's a close offside, but it really wasn't that close. It really wasn't that close at all. So so much for that. It's 1-1, and that's a goal that I wish that we wouldn't have given up, because now we have to go back and score again. You saw it yesterday's match. Pele is behind the defense, and he doesn't score. It's knocked away. That's sad. Giggs with it now over to Eriksen. You saw yesterday's match. We had a hard time scoring. Maradona runs after this one, and how did he get to that? He blasted over everybody's head. I'm not sure how Maradona gets to this. So Pele had that shot saved. Maradona, there's no chance at all, and he gets to that anyway somehow. And wow. I'm telling you, Maradona in this game and with that editor data file is something else. All right, now we need to get back and play defense again and get this ball back, and we need to attack again. We don't want to lose this match. That would be really embarrassing. It's not going to hurt us that much in the long run, but it would be embarrassing to go down to a team like this. Leviashin is able to grab that out of the sky. So we're about, 35 minutes into the match. and see if we can't get this ball back and do something productive on offense. Here's Maradona over to Jeong, new signing, and he wins a corner. So, okay, that was something. Would have preferred to see him try to pass a little bit than try to take a shot from a difficult angle, but it's all right. I mean, if he's a star, he's got to show me he's a star, and if he can't show me he's a star, then, well, I mean, maybe we won't call him a star player, then will we? Terry is having a kind of difficult game at the back. Eriksson with the free kick, and that is hit and punched straight out by their keeper for a counter attack. You can see our guys swarming around. I guess that we got back in time to prevent that. We're going to have to take John Terry out because it's just not his day. He's having a rough one. Figueroa wins this corner and knocks it out, but not quite far enough, and we almost give up a go-ahead goal to them. So, yeah, we need to have a little bit of a come-to-Jesus moment here, I think. Here's Figueroa with the header, though, and he puts us up 2-1, and there's no question about that one. That was very, very well done by him. I mean, really, the problem is that Monaco's not guarding him at all. When you look at this again, there's nobody on him on the line. No, there is a guy who's on him, but he just kind of runs forward and doesn't pay attention where the ball is being hit. And another guy sees it, comes over, and it's too little too late. Here's Jeong again, over to Giggs. Back to Terry, Casemiro, Eriksson, and that's high and wide. So not doing anything there, and we're going to go into the half. 2-1, we have the advantage, which is good. Let's stay focused. Pele doesn't like that for some reason. So, okay, you don't have to stay focused. Everybody else stay focused. We're going to put De Vici on. I like De Vici, and that'll be that. Pele looks stressed. I'm not sure what he's stressed about, right? We're going to win this match. If he does anything today, Pele, that is, then we'll be just fine. Eriksson lumps this over to Jeong. And it's a little bit too far forward for him. He needs to figure out the tactic, and he may be a little confused that there's no striker and might not realize that I have him as one of our three secret strikers. So they end up winning it, and we need to get this ball off of them, but that's good defense, really. And here's Best in a very, very good position over to Casemiro, and his shot, unfortunately, is high and over everybody's head, and it's out for another goal kick. So 2-1 United. Giggs with the throw to Eriksson, De Vici, Monseglio, back to De Vici, and is back to Leviashin. Monseglio over to Figueroa, and it'll be down to Best, Casemiro. Casemiro knocks that forward, intended for Pele, and that was not a particularly good pass from him. De Vici over to Figueroa now, over to Maradona again to Monseglio. See if we can try this again. Figueroa, Casemiro, Maradona, down to Best. That's a little bit more like it. And there is the cross, and there is the header by Pele, and that's just wide of the goal. So not quite happening there. This is not like Pele's last match 2 days ago where he had 5 goals. Not quite going to happen here in this one, but it's okay. We'll try not to put too much pressure on him. Make sure that he's feeling okay and that he's got good morale. I worry a little bit about that. I'm not quite sure what's going on because he is a model citizen, but he might feel like I'm looking to him to win every single match, and it's just not true. We have actually a number of matches in which he's not starting, so should be okay. Maradona wins this over to De Vici now to Leviashin. Knocks this forward looking for Casemiro, which is a very, very wishful thinking. There's just no way that's going to happen. Pele almost wins that one. Has his little jog. Figueroa over to Best, back to Monseglio. Figueroa. Up to Best. George Best takes this down, right side, stops, over to Figueroa now. Eriksson, back to Best. And that is in. Nice shot by George Best, and it's really off Kuhn, the keeper, who got to that ball and kind of knocked it back into his own net. He would have been better off probably not even diving here, but let's take another look at it and see. And Best from a difficult angle. And yeah, Kuhn would have probably been better off if he had not dove and instead just tried to punch that out instead of trying to grab it. Kind of drops and it goes in, but Best does get the credit. 3-1 for United. And yeah, this is like I said, going to be pretty easy. We're going to win this match. Best over to Monseglio, Figueroa, Casemiro, Figueroa down to Best, and it's back to Leviashin. We'll go to the other side, I think. No, we go here still to the right side. Maradona to Best. Not sure why. Do we not like Giggs or what's going on? Figueroa over to Monseglio. Casemiro to Eriksson, and there is Jeong. And that was almost his foot. Wouldn't it be nice if he would score in his debut? That would be that would make me feel a little bit better about however much insane money we paid. I think it was Stuttgart we got him from. But I don't know. We'll see. Jeong over to Giggs. Back to Davichi, Eriksson, Casemiro. Up to Giggs. And now it's won away by them. Davichi now with it to Monzeglio. Eriksson, Pele. And now it's back to Best and over to Maradona. He'll cross over to Casemiro down to Best. And then Eriksson, he scores. And that will make it 4-1. And so, well, you don't know where that shot's coming from. It can come from any one of a number of guys. I mean, even Best has scored. So that gives us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who are fully capable of scoring from open play like this. And that is going to confuse the defense. And that is exactly what we've done here. And Eriksson with the big shot and the big goal. It's 4-1 for United. And this is going to be, like I said, pretty easy. It would be nice to see Pele get on the board, but we don't have to have him do that. It's all right. We'll let him take his time. I'll try not to give him too much pressure. I worry a little bit about Pele, by the way. I worry that he's going to want more money soon, and we just don't have it. Giggs runs by his guy, very, very well done, and knocks this down for Pele, and he tries one of those little wraparound, turnaround shots, and doesn't quite work. Best is having a great match, by the way. Eriksson also having a great match. Very, very good job by these guys. So let's see if we can keep this up, and I mean, we're going to get this victory no matter what. It would just be nice to see a few more goals. Best throws in over to Pele, down to Figueroa, Casemiro, and that ends up with Jeong in the end, and that is the end. We've won this one 4-1, 2.22 XG. We didn't even get more than half the possession, so that's interesting, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Manchester United win again, and we are starting to really dominate this league. We'll see what happens once we get to the actual champions round, though. That'll be interesting. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.